When I was a teenager, me and my brother had stumbled across an old foundation of a settlement and some graves and a tiny little strip pit area. It's so vague. It was so many years ago we ran across it. It wasn't until recently. Just shooting the ball, shooting the bull with my brother-in-law, oh Big John again. He goes, I was telling him about finding this, and he's a local here. He knew what I was talking about. He told me where to park and to head into the woods. All I know is that general direction, and we're gonna look around and see if we can relocate this place that I thought was so cool that I remembered for all these years. So, and for some reason I just can't get this place out of my head. So maybe today, refining it, we can finally put it to rest. Let's see if we can get her done and find it. I don't know, we might not be able to. Let's see. We're in. Okay. And we're gonna hope that rock kind of gonna keep doing what it's always been doing and hanging tough. Check it out, folks. We're just like in our little cave here. Just like we were looking for. And I tell you what, there's not a lot of people that know about this spot. Another one of those special little spots we can find. That not a lot of people know about, that we can come back and chill and have some peace and quiet. We got a little pond right here. Heck, maybe we can catch a little bluegill out of here this summer. Bring Luke over here, maybe, if you can get him out of the house. This is cool. What happens to me every time, without fail, I'll jump out of the car, just grab my little sack, or maybe not even this. I'll be like, I'm just going to leave some of my camera gear and mics at the car. And I'm just going to run over here and check something out real quick, and then I can always come back. Never expecting what I'm going to find on them little quick excursions. I'm always going to be like, man, I'm full blown into my adventure here, and I don't have half the crap that I came with to enjoy myself. My mics, my tripod, my selfie stick, my chair, my tarp to sit. Well, I do have a tarp to sit on. Okay, I did bring my wax canvas bag, so I do have a few things, but all my recording gear's in the car. Oh well, we'll make do. put an Easter egg here in the rocks. So next time I come back, I'll know if somebody's been here. Because if somebody's been right here, that Easter egg won't be here. Well, I can only imagine how many snakes are probably tucked up in the cracks up under there. I don't even want to think about that. I tell you, this spring, when they do come out, they're going to be sitting right on these rocks, picking up that sunlight. And then little timber rattlers are going to be in here. You're going to have water, so you're going to worry about the water moccasins on top of the copperheads. This is going to be really going to watch my ass in here when it comes to snakes. Every one of those are our only poisonous snakes we have. And right here is a prime habitat for all three species. Whew. Let that sink in for a minute. Dang. And you guys just wouldn't believe that, after me and my brother had found this place, it stuck with me for years. And I don't know why. Because I never could find it again. I think that's why. I'm like, because they log in this area so much from, decade to decade, that it changes so much. And they had logged this area completely out, and I couldn't get a bearing on where we were. I don't know why this area had stuck with me for so many years. I mean, I had always thought of this area. I don't know why. For something was drawing me to this area back for years, find this spot. I ain't kidding. So I was real thankful when I had brung it up to Big John. I'm a local here too, but I'm a newer local. I've been here less than 10 years. He's been here his whole life. I grew up right here in the heart of where we're at. So I'm really glad he had that info to tell me where to look. And finally, I think you guys don't understand how much of a weight, and I don't know why it's a weight on my shoulders of finding this spot finally. And I don't even know the reasoning for why I wanted to find it so much. I mean, I see now how cool it is, but I had no idea that this overhang was here. And I came up from the other side over there, just looking down on it. I had no idea it was even better than what I imagined. I just thought that them gravestones in the middle of the woods and an old foundation and an old settlement that's just long and forgotten about, and how people can just, the life can come and fade away, and to where your whole life is just faded into the woods, where people don't even know about it unless they literally tripped over your gravestone. And now there's a couple, they may be children, I don't know, them little gravestones, that are now propped up against the bigger one. They're buried there somewhere, but their gravestones aren't marked, their graves aren't marked anymore. Their headstones are close, but it just shows you how life kind of bulldozes on, and how people can be forgotten. So maybe that's why it stuck with me so long, because I'm just, I guess, sentimental that way. That may be it. I'm kind of into antiques, history, so that probably has a lot to do with it, I'm sure. I was in a meeting the other day, I don't know, about 3-4 weeks ago, and one of my colleagues had asked what I was doing the previous weekend or getting ready to do the next weekend. I said, well, I'll be in the woods. And he looked at me, he's like, what do you do in the woods? I didn't say anything. I just looked at another colleague that kind of knew a little more about the woods and, what we do out here. And we just kind of looked at each other and smiled. I didn't really respond. How do you respond to that? Watch my show. There you go. Man, I just hope freaking cubby holes in here and rattlesnakes. I just hope a badger don't jump out and chew my face off. You hear how quiet it is? That's so quiet you can hear your ears ringing. Your ears can't even get as quiet as the woods can get sometimes. Whew. Now that's quiet. That's crazy quiet. No wind, no birds, no nothing. Now you hear a car in the distance. It was quiet for a minute. I'm looking at the micro topography around in this area to give me any clues to anything else I might find around here. Just little hills, little humps, little barriers, anything out of the ordinary, out of the normal, whatever. There's our little spot right over there. Our little cave overhang. Hey, there's only one other overhang in this area that I know about, and it's damn near it's renowned. I mean, a lot of people come out and look at it. We've actually made a rock shelter. We made a video out there. We sat out there and chilled out for a while, and there was a bunch of people that came by. But this here is secret. No one knows about it. We're kind of going around before we head out. I'm following the, remember I said there was a roadbed that went around this pond? Well, it's come all the way around here, kind of spiraled down all the way to the bottom. And we're just following it. Why did it come down here? Now there's a real flat spot down here. Real flat. Why? Now hold on, there's something odd here. This is real flat. Okay, this is bedrock. There's something I'm missing here. Ooh, bones. Looks like a deer jaw. Deer jaw. Okay, I thought this might have been a foundation, but this is just some bedrock poking out. Now I would venture to guess that there was definitely something at one time built here. I mean, there just has to be. It's only flat ground around. There was, whether it was a barn or a whatever. Oh, look what we have here. Oh, another. That's the third one I've found this year. I'm not going to keep this one. I kept the other two and bleached them out. I'm going to hang them out back on a tree. That's a little... Oh, it's barely a... I think that's barely a 5-pointer. That's the smallest 5-pointer, I mean, that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's basically a button buck. But if you're counting tines 1 inch, they count. I mean, 3-pointer for sure. Maybe a 5-pointer, technically, but dang, that's puny. And rancid. Not smelling too hot. It hasn't been dead that long. It's definitely a coyote kill. Pieces of it here and there. And they done tore it up. Now, we're going to go up here on this bluff here because I see a little opening. It's probably I'm sure it's a critter hole. Now let's see if I got signs of animals coming in out here. Maybe I shouldn't. That could be a coyote den. Down through here, there's a hole down there. There's definitely some, yeah, dead carcass, decent sized dens. Yeah, I think I'm gonna coyote dens. I'll leave that alone. I always like to look for a little cave entrance because a lot of times that's all the bigger they start out. But with the carcass right there, and those are big enough for coyotes. Well, they're coyote dens. That's what we're gonna say. Okay, let's walk down here to the pond because there's kind of a trail that comes down through here, down to it. I just feel there's something else here to find. I mean, people lived and wanted to be buried right here. They spent a whole lifetime right here. There's more here than just the graves, a foundation that's there somewhere that I can't find. There's a bigger story here, and there's just more here I feel to discover. I think we're definitely going to come back, you know, again. This is a cool spot, but you know, every time you come back to something, you're going to see something you didn't see the last time. I'm just looking up here in the bluffs. Oh, man. And it looks like an old tent. An old abandoned tent. I mean, really old. It's been wadded up. That's never a good thing, man. Every time I've heard of someone abandoned in a tent, it's because they got ran off in a hurry over something really bad. I never like seeing abandoned tents. It always means somebody got spooked, usually. And ran out of here in the middle of the night and did not come back. I'm gonna GPS mark it. I'll mark this on my GPS, put a tag on it. Well, I'm gonna give it one last chance to find this old house. I remember where the graves were and the quarry was. The house should be right over here, the best I remember. You know, oh, look what we just found. Oh, we just found two more little graves. Let me turn you around. Look what we got here. We got a little grave right here. I can't read it. Can't read anything on it. There's another one right there that's broken. You'll just step right on these things, you don't even know they're there. There, we put it back together. It's part of a bigger base. Here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 headstones. These two little ones, the two that are leaned up against the taller one, and the taller one itself. 5. Oh, there's another one. Look right there. Right there. Oh, man. Another one. You know, usually when I find graves, there's usually kids. Usually, always, always. Especially when they're little stones like this. That's 3 right here. Little one. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the 2, 5, 6, 7, the monument. Oh man, there's another one over there. Turn you around. There's the other one right there. Right behind that tree. I haven't been able to find any more. I think that's the little spot right there. Man, wouldn't it be cool to come out here with a spirit box and see what the ghosts have to tell you? That would be interesting. Well, if I'm going to stay out here, I got to find me a container to put water in. My stupid butt didn't bring water again. All right. Found one. Collapsible water bottle. Now, I'm going to run over to the campgrounds and see if by chance they got the water turned on. I hope so. Let's find out. This light pack, I do not have any water filtration. So I couldn't even go down to the creek and get some water. Dang it, you get too big of a hurry. All right, we'll catch you down the road. If we can find some water, we can turn this into an all-night expedition. Man, I wish I wouldn't forget water all the time. I'm gonna start putting a water filtration. What I usually do, I keep it in the car, but in the wintertime, everything wants to freeze and crack and everything else. So, I can't rely on my memory to get everything in my backpack. Too much in a hurry, too giddy to get out here and go. And my adventures turn into bigger than I expect them to be. It's part of the problem. With the punches, see what we can do here. We're going to make our way to a campground, see if we can get some water. Alright, the campgrounds are up here a little ways. We'll stop in here and see what they got. If they got anything turned on. Okay, I guess this is a watering station. No water. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Oh, man. Well, no, we got no water. We're done. I mean, we got some snow, but it's been melting for days, so that's nasty. And even at that, it wouldn't be very much. I mean, I could make it work, but it's been melting all week. That's some nasty snow. Well, without water, I can't stay out here. I got no way to purify water. It's done. Once we head into town and get some water, or head back to the house and get some water, it'd just be over for me. You know what I'm saying? So, I think there's many more to come. I got a lot of cool stuff planned. We're just kind of waiting for the weather to break free. And meanwhile, we'll have some little surprises like this. So, I'm pretty excited.